Hello everyone. Today I'm going to represent my Physics 102 final project, which is the factors that affect the capacitance of a capacitor and its potential energy. Before moving on the stages of the experiments, I will talk about the equipment I use for the experiment. The equipments that I use for the experiments are capacitor, wires, multimeter, ruler, different size parallel plates, paper, and glass. Now let's move on to the stages. As we know, the capacity of a capacitor depends on the dielectric material between the capacitance plates, the surface areas of the capacitance plates, and the distance between the capacitance plates. To observe these, I performed the experiment in 4 parts. As the first part, I examined the distance between the capacitor plates. The data I obtained as a result of the experiment can be seen in the first table. As we see in the table, as the distance between the capacitor plates increases, the capacitance value of the capacitor decreases inversely. In the second stage of the experiment, I examined the effect of the electric material between the capacitor plates on the capacitor capacitance. For this, I set the material between the plates as air, wood, paper, and glass, and then measured the capacitance values. As we see in the second table, as the dielectric material between the plates changes, the capacitance value also changes in direct proportion. As a third step, I examined the effect of the surface areas of the capacitor plates on the capacity. As can be seen from the table 3, the capacitance value of a capacitor is directly proportional to the surface area of the capacitor. As the last step, I calculated the potential energy of the capacitor under 5-volt potential for each case and observed the effect of the factors affecting the capacitor on the potential energy. Of course, I encountered some problems while making my calculations. There were minor differences between the results I found and the theoretical results, due to both equipment I used and the environmental conditions. However, despite these problems, as a result of the experiments, I saw what the factors are that affect the capacity value of a capacitor and in what way they affect the capacity.